Alright, first deck of the day. Oop, I wanted to show it off a bit first. Let's see if we can't dodge an enemy here. This is something I played more towards the beginning of the season and something I've kind of been, I don't know, I guess you could say craving to go back to. The US German mid-range. I don't know, I just feel like drawing cards with big chunky tanks and running people down. Does that sound like fun? Core of this deck is just like solid early US units that we want to like curve out, put pressure on the opponent, and then draw a bunch of cards with M4 Sherman behind the back of it. Just put out an insane amount of pressure while also maintaining card advantage as well. And of course, like all good US decks, up at the top end we have the chunky US bombers with really powerful deployment effects. We have cards like Strategic Bombing and 101st Airborne that can be great in certain matchups, certain situations. And we're supplementing all this with German cards, such as, mostly to keep the board under control. The US can kind of struggle a little bit in the early game, especially in a deck like ours when we're trying to take control of the front line as quickly as possible. So we have cards like FLAMMPANZER, Sudden Strike, and even to a degree the 141st GEBIRGSJÄGER that let us do that. They're just good anti-aggro tools, and in the case of 141st GEBIRGSJÄGER, is also just a good aggro tool at the same time. It's like when we're facing a faster deck, it can let us trade efficiently against the opponent's units, but when we're in the position where we need to be aggressive, it's a card that can let us do that. So yeah, I don't know. This deck is it's not like tier 1 or anything, but I personally find it very fun to play with, and I've seen a decent amount of success with it insofar as getting the US to Field Marshal every season for the past few seasons now. So it's like I haven't played with US cards in a little while now, in some weeks I think. At least not in any deck that's done decently well. So thought I'd go back to this kind of old favorite, we'll say, and see how we do. Don't know that I want 2 gunship missions in hand against what's probably an aggro deck. Definitely want this and this. This is probably not a good keep. Yeah, I don't think I want 2 gunship missions. I think I'd rather just look for something else. And that's a pretty good draw, actually. Okay, so if they're not... no turn 1 play suggests to me that they're not an aggressive deck. Because the chances of a... I didn't really pay attention to whether or not he mulliganed, but... Okay, so playing some sort of combo deck. That's cool. Probably Last Rites. Probably just gonna get pinned for the rest of the game. None of these are particularly good. I guess I'll take the faster thing that's also more likely to live against sweepers. faster in the sense that I can move it and attack with it in the same turn. Whereas the infantry, it takes 3 turns for it to actually hit the HQ. That's fine, we have plenty of cards in hand. Yep. Unfortunate that we don't have quite enough resources to play this out and attack with both of these. With that in mind, what do I want to play? Maybe I just want a gunship mission, hit them in the face. Next turn they're probably like playing double sweeper. I don't know, this is probably okay. Could also play the first Marines. It's definitely the most resource efficient. Okay, getting rewarded for saving our FLAMMPANZER a little bit here. I think I want to do this. I'm playing out a lot of stuff into like a bunch of sweepers that he could have, but I think just denying him the draw from that and guaranteeing we get 2 draws here, I think is good. I don't think we're going to commit any more units to the board without fully operating what we already have. So even though he's taken away our combat step yet again for this next turn, I think we're just going to do this and pass. And hope we can, you know, hit him a couple more times with what we already have on board before he hits us with to the last man. So he's pretty obligated to sweep here, but I also don't want to overdraw, so I'm not really sure what I should be doing here. I could do this just to get it out of hand. How much resources do I have though? Yeah, I still don't think I want to commit more to the board. Huh. What do we do here? It's kind of annoying. I guess we just do this, honestly. Because chances are, if, like, that's not going to make a difference. It's too bad we drew our Awoken Giants here. This is good for really reducing the power of his combo, if it comes to that. It might not be enough to save us, but it's definitely a tough card for him to deal with. So we're not going to run this out until it gets towards the end of the game. Okay. Doesn't have enough resources for to the last man, though. Can he pin our stuff this turn as well? Doesn't look like it. Now, I am probably going to overdraw here. Yeah. Definitely just want to do this. Hopefully we don't lose anything like super good off the top. That's fine. I guess I'll just get rid of this. Could also... no, I probably want to keep the Avenger. Chances are he's playing anything that he would play that we'd want to hit from Death from Above. Avenger also hits, so I'll just do this. So, what do we play? I think we actually do this because we shouldn't need this unit, and it gives room in our front line for this to come in and kill him next turn if he pins the entire board. We just kind of need to dodge another long-range recon. I think we'll keep that for Katyushas, and they tend to have other things that they play early. Air defense could be good, but I don't know if I like keeping it in the dark. I'd rather look for something that we can play onto on turn 2 if we can. Let's do that. Okay, this is not awful. We have stuff to control the early game, and then like as we transition to the mid game, we have some decent units. That's a great hit off the top, though. Now we can move this up, play either one of these, if it's worthwhile. Okay, definitely gonna move that up and just pass. Next turn we might just run out the M4 Sherman, depending on what he does. Just get our two draws guaranteed. Nothing. Yeah. Could be a OTK deck. Could be looking to get a one-turn kill with Katyushas and other artillery and such. what the draws so far are suggesting to me anyway. Do I want to let that attack? Could finish it off with a gunship mission later. Yeah, I think I just want to keep putting on pressure. So we probably want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't have quite enough to kill him, but I do want to get out of range of a potential one-turn kill. So I think I want to do this. Shoot him, do this, and then hopefully next turn he's just dead to this strategic bombing. Significantly faster match than the first one. Probably don't need this. This is coming down late. I think I want to keep this. I want this, but I want something to enable it as well. But we have a decent number of draws. We'll probably find it in the first few turns. Gunship Mission. If I thought he was playing Commandos, I'd want Gunship Mission for sure, but Commandos aren't super popular right now. It's probably just a control or air deck. I think we can throw that back, looking for something like this. Because like even against an air deck, it's not that great because it doesn't one-shot the planes. I'd rather, you know, I'm looking for sudden strikes and Flampanzers instead. That's too bad. And I don't think I want to just run this out. Because if I run this out, then my hope is that I'm operating it next turn and then not getting to play like something like this out. Chances are this is dying, and then we'll just play out the Panzer III-H. Hopefully we'll find the things we were talking about. The Flampanzer or a... Tactical Strike's also decent, but I think I still play this out first. Yeah. So ideally, this is going to move up and kill this. This is going to kill this. Well, now we really want to see sudden strike. Let's see. I could use the Hellcat to get this to 2, and then hopefully the tactical strike finishes it off. Alternatively, I could strike it now, play this as a distraction, but then if he takes the front line, which he could reasonably do because his support line's getting full, then our follow-up play can't do anything. So let's do this. Would like to see sudden strike or even strategic bombing off the top. Those would be good hits. I was actually debating before the stream whether or not I wanted a third sudden strike in the deck, but figured we had enough tools against aggro that we didn't need another card to be dead in mid-range matches. But and the change could be correct, but if it is, it's not because of this deck. I don't think this deck's not super competitive right now. I would say you're still gonna run into it every once in a while, but you know what? I'm fine with that. That card essentially dealt 4, healed 5 for us, so I'm okay with this. Okay, that is definitely problematic, but at least we know he doesn't have, there's the sudden strike, now we get it. Well, I don't know. I can use this against something else that he buffs since this is in range, but now I might need this to deal with this. But we're getting to the point where it might not be possible. So what do we think? I might need to just blow this up with like an Avenger or something else at this point. That's like we're dead in 2 to this is the problem. And I don't know how I can get there. I guess we want to destroy. Yeah, we probably want to do this. See if we can actually like sacrifice this here and then finish it off with tactical strike. Probably not, but can try. It's possible he hits our HQ with this, moves this to the front line just to block this. Could just go all out on the HQ though as well, I suppose. Nope, he's going with our original thought. Huh. Yeah, I think we go for it. That buys us a lot of time. I don't know if we can win from here because our HQ is quite low and he's probably running, he's probably running Finest Hour, but it does buy us some time. Our opponent got off to a really, really good start with us not finding our sudden strikes, our FLAMMPANZERs when we needed to, or strategic bombing. Or 101st Airborne would have also been good. Alright, that's probably game. I was like, if our opponent has interception, we're in a bad spot. Yeah, I guess we can do that. one of the deck building considerations this deck had to make is that you want something like a 4/4 Wildcat. I think is very well positioned in the current format, but this deck wants more units to take the front line in order to maximize your chances of the Sherman having text. And you could see the the downside of going for what we're going for there, because 4/4 Wildcats would have definitely, I mean, to be fair, they probably would have replaced the Marines in our deck, and we didn't draw any of those last match, so it wouldn't have mattered. But you can see how when you make a decision on one side, it can change the way change the effectiveness of your deck in another instance. Do I gunship mission or do I sudden strike? Do we think he's gonna have something bigger than 2 defense that I'll need sudden strike for, or is this the time for me to sudden strike? Most of these US Soviet lists are running cheaper things, so I think this will have text. It's also possible I just want to hold up air defense, but then that gives him the opportunity. I probably want to save this for the big bombers that he's likely playing later on. I'm gonna go for the. I think he's gonna have. If he's running one Katyusha, he's running multiples. So at the very least, this will probably end up hitting another Katyusha at some point. This is likely dying. Oh, okay, maybe not. So now what do I do? Do I let him hit us with that, or do I just take it out? Because I could move this up this turn, and if it lives, I draw 2, but then he gets to eat 2 of my guys. So I don't know if I like that. Interesting. Okay. Hello, Donvitz. How are you this fine morning, or afternoon, or night, depending on where you are in the world? That's unfortunate. If he has another one and then shoots with this, we're definitely behind. I think I just got to use this defensively. The latter, I mean, so far we're doing okay. We won 2 matches, and then we lost a close one against a British air deck that got off to a really good start. Welcome, Wirtz. Good to see you back. Let's see if we can't get this to the front line. just want to draw 2 with my Sherman, opponent. Can't you just let me do that? Okay, well, I'm not attacking that. Like, I thought for sure he'd be playing, Actually, do we want to run out the B-17? No, because then it just gives him a good Avenger target. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Yeah, we're gonna be the bad guys a little later today and play the German-Japan mid-range deck, or a variation of it, which I believe is the deck that's most dominating the top 10, top 20 right now of the ladder. Huh. I'm pretty sure he has air defense, so I'm just going to relax. He's played like he has air defense, so we're going to try to bait it out if we can. Banned. Ooh. Yep. So that air defense was basically useless because we threw a 4 unit into a 4 unit. Now we get to do this. And do I want to attack with this, or do I want to put more stuff on the board? I think I want to put more stuff on the board. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, let's put more stuff on the board. We sniffed out that air defense early and we got rewarded for it heavily. Yep, and now the opponent's just way too far behind. That was a good game. Yeah, and I mean, it could be just the contents of his hand meant that he was forced to do what he had to do because he had no better options, and that was it. Sometimes you just gotta hope your opponent makes a mistake, because that's your only hope. So we're gonna throw these back. I kind of like this, just in general. He could be, especially if he's playing a more aggressive list, although then again, he could be running tactical strikes. It's not that great. And a lot of the power of Germany comes in, like, early enough in the game that maybe this text box actually isn't relevant. So maybe this is a toss back. But I think I want to keep this if we can get the front line. This will help in that case. I could go back and forth on this one. I think I just want to look for removal or early plays. Was it obvious or was it subtle? Let me see. I'm pretty sure he had the opportunity to attack with a unit of his and didn't, and left up like 4 resources. Oh no, it was on one of his turns. He played out a first Marines and brought it to the front line and didn't do anything else with it. And we had an Avenger on board, so there's no reason to throw out a 3-4 that's just gonna get destroyed by my bomber. That's just gonna get eaten by my bomber for free, right? So he did that obviously because he had air defense in hand. He had a way to protect it. I could throw these 2 here. But no, I think I just want to throw this. I'm pretty happy with that hitting anything, honestly. This would have been the best, but... Oh, that's a shame. Sure. Can I actually do this, this, this? Wow, he lost Leo. That's really good for us. Sure, let's go here, here. Shoot this. I don't know, man. Some people just love playing Resistance. You can't... You know, don't get mad at people for playing the things they like to play. That's an interesting decision. Okay, I guess I eat your 1 drop. Shoot this. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll throw back 1 of these. Flammo. Yeah, I think we just pass. Hey, that's legit. If you don't feel like playing against a certain archetype because you don't have fun with it, just move on. Move on to a new game. That's definitely valid. How do we want to play this? Should we just do this, honestly? If he has, like... If he wants the Comet plus something to deal with this, I think I'm okay with that. It just buys us time against the Comet burning us out. I think I want to do this. And then this for this. Might be right to take death from above, actually. No. We need to race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I still have air defense? Yeah, we haven't used it this game. No, wait, did we use it? I can't remember. So I'm happy to spend the resistance there to tempt him to use a liberation because we have enough cards in hand to win at this point. So this is 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can actually draw a lot of cards here. Right, I play this and I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9. And then I can still play resistance so our hand isn't full. And we know he doesn't have Leopold's anymore, so we can play out stuff and not worry about a sweeper, so to speak. That's pretty good. And then I'll just empty my hand because, again, we don't really need it. I don't want him to burn us out with sabotage or anything. If he wants to play another liberation and use up most of his resources for the turn, I think I'm okay with that. That's actually really good for us because now... Oh, is he dead? No. No, he is, right? Because this kills this shoots this finishes him off. Thought I didn't have enough resources for a second. Yeah, Enigma plus Resistance is a nice combo. Germany also has a lot of cards that bounce things back to hand. So if they can fill your hand with Resistance, then they can turn those bounce effects into hard removal. So there's some decent synergy there for sure. I think we'll keep at least one of those. Kind of like most of this, actually. Do we just keep this whole hand? 101st might be wrong. Let's throw that back, look for something else. Yeah, like that or a Sherman would have been nice. Okay, now I didn't want 3 of those. I think we still run this out. Even though I know this is going to be annoying because he's going to have a Katyusha to follow up with it on this turn or the next. A 5th Infantry or a 1st Marines? What's better? 1st Marines could be a surprise, but double 5th Infantry could be better. But chances are we don't have... we're not gonna... That's probably not gonna be what our next turn ends up being. Pretty sure we're gonna see Katyusha and this. Oh, okay. Or not. Do I want to... No, I don't want to do that. So if I hit this, this finishes us off, which is not ideal. If I don't hit this, he could finish off with something else, and then this becomes a little bit more of a problem in the long run. Don't want to give him a thingy quite yet. Maybe I'm supposed to though, because then this can finish this off and these can move up. Am I supposed to look for something to deal with this? Is that better than just playing out a bunch of stuff? Possibly. Yeah, that's pretty good. Awoken Giant's pretty good now, but Sudden Strike I think is just better on this board overall. Yep. That's pretty good. So now I can shoot. Actually, how do we want to play this? I might want to play these out first, but I want to take the front line. Otherwise, those don't do much. Do I give him... This kills this, but at least this can't move forward. Because I kind of want to play one of these out, at least. But if I do, then that plus something else kills it, and then it's like, ugh. It's kind of awkward either way. I think we gotta go for it. Why wouldn't you play this first to see what you get before, like, committing to this? Again, I don't understand why you... If your plan is to draw on a turn, draw first and then make the decision. But whatever. So let's do this first, because we really don't want to discard this from hand when we kill that Takasagi. Now we have the window to do this. And we probably want this thing to have more HP than this thing, right? Although I can P40, yeah, let's do that. I'd say we're in an okay spot, except he's got more cards in hand. He's got way more health. So we're probably not in the greatest of spots. Because we know he's got basically infinite guard units in this deck. It's going to be tough. Let's do that before anything. Just in case. Cool, now you can't get red banner value off of it. Sounds good to me. That's unfortunate. Yep. And this is kind of like just where the meta is right at this point, right? Like, if you try to play a mid-range deck against the... If you're playing a non-Empire mid-range deck against an Empire mid-range deck, you're gonna have a bad time. Tactical planning? Which one's tactical planning again? You'll have to remind me. Oh, strategic planning? Yeah, that card is pretty much just a meme at this point. It's just kind of what is often referred to as a win more card. So if you're ever at the point where spending 10k, which is like most of your turn, to double the power and defense of all your units on board and have that be something that's good, chances are you were winning the game anyway. So typically you just don't want or need win more cards in your deck. You want cards that help you win the game, not cards that make you win the game more. You know what I mean? I think this game's pretty much over at this point. We'll probably take a couple more draw steps, I guess. Our hand isn't valuable, so I guess we want to go like this into this now while our hand sucks. And then just like we don't have the means to fight all this card advantage plus an infinite stream of guard units at this point. If we had gotten ahead on board and we had some B-17s, we might be fine. But at this point, I think it's over. Don't like what? You don't like that that it is a win more card? Alright, so there we go. We got through our daily, and we had some fun matches for sure. Even that last one was pretty fun. It's just like, you know, Empire of the Sun is like the biggest, baddest thing you can be doing in mid-range, and so his mid-range deck was just essentially just going bigger than we were. So that's very tough for us to beat. So yeah, that's that for this deck, I think. I don't know, if you're looking for something that's a little different off the beaten path, you still want to like mid-range people, I think this is a reasonable deck. I mean, playing tanks that draw you 2 cards is just fun. So I like that's like one of the main reasons why I like it. I get to play cool tank units that draw me cards at the same time. Okay, let's move on to the second and final deck for the day for now. We're gonna play